Yo, what's up there guys, it's VRGamerDude and thank you very much for stopping by. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get Alien Rage up and running in Vorpx with your Oculus Rift DK2. It's not a supported title, but you can get it running with full 3D and positional tracking, so let me show you guys how to do that. First of all, you're going to need to find your Steam folder. I've got a shortcut to my Steam apps right there, but yours is going to be probably located in a different place to mine. Mine's on my E drive and I've just got it sitting there, Steam. Once you've found Steam, this is going to be exactly the same. So this is the file path. So you've got Steam apps, common, Alien Rage. Once you're in there, don't even worry about the multiplayer stuff. That's not really, it's a graveyard. There's no point playing that. No one's on it and it's not even worth loading up, to be honest. So you got single player. That's what you're looking to change. Single player, you got binaries and Win32. In here, you're going to have a game application. Yours is going to be probably up here and called something like Alien Rage. So you need to rename it. The application, it's the only application you're going to have in this folder. Make sure you rename that to UDK. So once you've done that, you can just create a shortcut for it like that, bang, which I've already done there, like this. Very similar to that. I'm going to delete that one, but just drag and drop that shortcut to a place where you can boot it from. So wherever's best for you. I've got a little subfolder here where I've just got all my 3D hack games. So in here I've got my shortcut because certain games use the same hack to get in. So you don't you don't want to just have it on your desktop sitting as UDK, because you'll probably load up a different game and it won't know. You'd have to remember what the icons look like and stuff like that. So it just makes sense to have a little subfolder with your shortcuts thrown in there, because Angels Fall First have got the same exact shortcut, and so has Final Rush. So they'll use the same hack to get in, which means that once you edit your game files in the game with the Vorpx editor, you're going to be changing it. So you might need to change each time you play different games. But that's the shortcut done. That will be enough to get the game loaded up. But what you do want to do is go back to the game install. So just back out a couple. So now you've got engine. So make sure you're in the right one. Single player, engine, and then your config. When you're in the config, all of these ini files are actually encrypted. So the ones we're looking for is base engine. Look at that. It's just like, what? Do you know what I mean? It's all mashup. So what you're going to need to do is get this little thing, Bulletstorm ini editor. I'm going to delete this one for now, and I'll show you where to find it. So if you just open up a new Internet Explorer and then type in Bulletstorm ini editor download. There you go. And then you've got PC Gaming Wiki Community. Click in there and there's your download. So bang. Do you want to download that shit? Yes you do. Save it. I'm not going to, because I've already got mine. So now once you've got that, you can just go back and have a look in your downloads. I've got 2 of them. There you go. So open it, drag it over and let go. There you go. So now in order to access these files, you have to do it through the Bulletstorm ini editor. So once you do that, run it, and then it will open up a similar window. We go File, Open, and because it's in that folder, it gives you a list of all these, but just here. So this is now unlocked, unencrypted, and able to be edited. So you want to go into the base engine one. Once you're in there, it loads up in the ini editor. Go up to the top, press Control F, gets your search functionality. Just type in smooth. Once you're in there, you'll have smooth frame rate. Make sure that's on true, and then you got your minimum smoothed frame rate 74, maximum smoothed frame rate 76. Because the Oculus Rift DK2 is optimized to work at 75, it just hovers between there, so it feels alright. So once you've done that, File, Save. There you go. That's edited your file for you. There is a few more things you can do. I've got like this guide on Steam, and it says like there's a few things you can do on here. So smooth frame rate, and then you can change texture streaming. So that's what you need to find now. So you can search for that if you want. Just copy that. Texture streaming. You can just search for that. So hopefully I can find it. I found it earlier. There we go. Texture streaming. There's another one further down, I think, so we'll do it again. And we'll find the next one. Do it again, find the next one. There we go. Texture streaming. Make sure that's on true. We'll do it again. We'll find the next one. Texture streaming. There we go. So you have to do it a few times. It says pool size. I've put mine on 512. So once you've done that, file and save. Depends on how much, you know, how good your computer is, to be honest. Just say on this one that this geezer put it at 320, and that seemed to help him out. The original one is 100. I think it was 140 on the original, not 150 like it says here. So also you can fix the mouse lag as well. So once you've done that, file, save, and then just file, open, brings up this little thing again, and go to base input. When you're on base input, it's got the mouse sensitivity right at the top, this option here, see it? That one there is set to 60 normally. I've dropped mine down to 20. It seems alright, to be honest, and I've made some changes in game, but that's good enough for now. And once you've done that, file and save. There you go. So if you try and get in here without the INI editor, it's all jargon, it's all encrypted, you know. So that's all good. You are ready to load the game up. So, you know, start your Vorpx up. There you go. Make sure that your riff's plugged in. Yep, ready to go. And then that's it. You can load the game up from your newly created shortcut, and you are ready to play. Now I'll show you some of my in-game settings, which yours will probably be slightly different, but they're a good base to start from. One moment, please. Okay, so as you can see, we are back in the game now. I've loaded it up in a single screen view just so you can see what's going on. Definitely in VR though, because you can see I've got full positional tracking. I can do all kinds of stuff. Main reason I'm showing you that is because the game needs to be, you actually need to make sure that you've put it into windowed mode, because if you don't, let's have a look. Video. Right, so you see how it's on full screen? If I turn that shit off now, so it's actually back on full screen, accept the changes, confirm, look what happens to the screen now. See that? That's what happens if you are not in full screen, okay? So, worth noting. Okay, right, so health options, video, and full screen, boom. Goes up to 120 natively as well, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so now as you can see, we are back in windowed mode. In VR, you can't tell about the border. You can't see that bit in VR, so it's not a problem. You can see that that's sorted the flickering issues right out. So let's have a look. See if I can show you guys. Oh, it's not showing for some reason, so I'm gonna have to go into the other windowed mode. One moment. Okay, so you should be able to see my settings now. So let's have a look and I'll go through all my settings with you. Okay, so we've got 3D construction is geometry. I've got my separation set at 1.26, and then camera height modifier I've got 0.65. That can cause glitches, but it does make you feel taller. My focal offset is 0.05. crystal image high, fix black smear off. I didn't really mess around with this stuff, to be honest, so I've got 1.00 for game HUD scale. HUD scale is 1.00, horizontal HUD depth 0.95. I don't think you can mess with that stuff. I've got this as letterbox 1. I've got image zoom set to 0.90. You could go a bit more if you wanted to. I like it at that though. And this is your other settings on here, so I use mine as my B cups on here. This is for like putting a window on the monitor. Edge peak 3D, edge peak scale 60. You don't really need to worry about that. I've got HTG 3D latency enhancement. This basically gives you better performance. I've got mine set at 0.56. Head tracking sensitivity is 0.27. Head tracking on, roll on, positional tracking unlock. If you haven't got this option visible, you need to enable this from the Vorpx configuration. You can turn it on simple in here, and then that will unlock your positional tracking. There you go, guys. Head tracking, positional tracking on. Yep, so there's all my settings there. Disable mouse acceleration, make sure that's done as well. And there you go. Just when you're happy with all your settings, OK and save. And there you go. Easy enough.